My childhood, that's all it is. It's an old man thing. The old man flashbacks. Ken Coleman, good job today. Good job, James Childs. Good job, Kelly Daniels in the booth. I am Dave Ramsey. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.
Hey, it's Kelly, associate producer and phone screener for The Ramsey Show. If you would like to do your debt-free screen live on the show, make sure you visit theramseyshow.com and register. We would love for you to come to Nashville and tell Dave your story.
That was Kelly Daniel. As you can see, The Ramsey Show is ending. So now it's my turn. Finally. Rip. Oh, let's copy and paste my stuff. What up, Tisa? You win for first today. What up, Sid? Am I gonna talk about rednecks? I don't know anything about them. Just in general, or is that spelling something? Do I need to Google that? Oh, maybe I should. I was about to Google it. What up, Mikey? Oh, I gotta. Put in my other stuff, and yeah, we just wait a couple minutes so more people can get into the chat. Today is show number 143. And just putting the handy links into the top of the chat here. And we'll talk about those momentarily. No, that doesn't go there. That goes there. All right. Oh, it was, Tisa says, Rednecks was what was said on the other channel right before we switched. Oh. Okay. I didn't even catch that. That's right, don't forget to like and subscribe, Michael Finn. Michael Finn has seen a YouTube channel, apparently, before. Alrighty, why don't we get going? For those of you that have been here before, you know what time it is. It's time to sing. Handy lyrics right on the screen for you to sing along. As we once more risk being copyright claimed. And sometimes they even get the name of the song right. A lot of times they don't, though. Listen for the... Oh! Sorry, forgot to turn the fan off. That server room fan is loud. Check webcam, make sure I'm sort of centered. Okay. All right, let's go and listen for the drum taps. 2. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show After Show, brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. And here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about at any time. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, also Ramsey Preferred Financial Coach. You can schedule a free consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. That link is at the top of the chat. You can email me with any questions about the said financial coaching or scheduling or anything on my YouTube channel. Anything that's on your mind. If you have a question to be answered on the show and you can't ask, you can't be here live to ask in the chat, you can email me. And again, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. And another way to get in touch with me.
Hey, I got Instagram. Yeah. Add me on the ground.
Add me on the ground at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. That's also the same on Twitter. I haven't checked in a while. I think I still have just 2 followers on Twitter. So I think that's going the way of the dodo. Donations you can send to me if you'd like to help make the channel better. And that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. That link also at the top of the chat. Also, those links are right here as well at the top of my YouTube channel. The banner here, designed by Christopher Pittman. Designed by Pittman is his email address, and if you like this kind of logo, he can do a logo for you. He can do shirts, hats, whatever you need. But the link is right here in the lower right corner of the banner, and that's schedule a free consultation, the P for PayPal, and this Globe is the Instagram link. Alrighty, let's see what the chat is talking about. Willis. Tisa heard that she's Gen X today, and they are more stressed out and poor than our boomer predecessors. The boomers probably too old. They don't know what's going on, so they're not worried about anything. Maybe Tisa. Swedish pop group Rednecks is for sale on eBay for $1.5 million. They'll come to your house and do your laundry or something, Sid? Michael Finn's first time, so we'll be gentle. Tisa said so. Deloney sings at the end of his show, and Steve sings at the beginning of his show. I would sing through the whole thing if people would stay for it, but I have to I see how I made the singing about the baby steps. So see how I just worked it in there. What up, Marie? Thanks for the IO. Sid found her paperwork for Churchill Mortgage. That's who Dave recommends for mortgages. They're a mortgage broker. Finn is from Belgium, living in San Diego, California. That's probably, well, I don't know. Is that much of a culture shock there? Sid says it's good and bad. Did she get her paperwork from Churchill? Because buying a house, bad. Because good, because buying a house, bad. Because it's $100K plus debt. Exactly. Sid thinks everyone is more stressed out and poor than boomers. Yeah. Michael thinks I sing better than him. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Oh, from USA, living in Belgium. I got it. So was it a culture shock the other way around then? And hope your internet is good over there. I don't know. I mean, I know it's not a third world country, but hopefully that's all good. And let's see what we got here today. 2 days. Ramsey Show hosts on a replay while the hosts are in Florida for Entree Leadership were Dave Ramsey, author of The Total Money Makeover, the book that changed my life and probably a bunch of people's lives. And as you can see, it's on sale for $10. The holiday winter / holiday fall winter $10 sale is on, and most of the books are on sale except for this one by the co-host today, King Coleman. He's the author of From Paycheck to Purpose, and that bad boy comes out on the 9th. I think I heard Dave say is when that comes out. November 9 on that. And he also has a From Paycheck to Purpose live stream at the same time. And I believe you get that free if you pre-ordered the new book. It says you get $100 in bonus items that will help you take your career to the next level. It says it right here on the internet, so it cannot be false. Boom, 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 boom. Back to the chat. Michael Finn's a vet. U.S. Marine Corps. What's that? Hoorah! I don't know what they do. I have no clue, but thank you for your service, son, sir. Tisa bought her home for $115K and can sell it now for $178. Would do it if they could get another $115K house, which is not even the realm of possibility right now in this market. Yeah, that might be hard to come by. Market report. And this was crazy today. The small cap Russell index was up most of the day. As you can see, it opened a little bit down, but almost immediately went back up and kind of did kind of looks like state of Virginia, a little bit. But the rest of the market, like the Nasdaq, so it does this all day, trying to be down and saying, oh well, I guess I'll come up a little bit, and then at 2 o'clock it just shoots up, then comes back down at 2:05. And then at 2:12 it goes, but all right, well, we'll just go way up then. And so all that did a lot of times in the last hour or two, a lot of things happen. The S&P maybe. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking at earlier when I thought, okay, because that was down almost all day, and then at 2 o'clock again it goes drip, and then comes back down, and then people said, oh, wait a minute, we're going up today. And so as you can see, it went way up. And so we're at new highs again for all of them, since they are all positive today. And they are led by what? The Russell small cap by 180. I still don't think that is a new, oh yeah, it is a new high. I forgot, because it was a new high yesterday. I was checking yesterday to make sure it was a new high as well, because it had been coming down for a long time. So, oh, before I move on, I did want to say, we're talking in the Ramsey Show chat with a gentleman named Jack, and he had 50,000 extra in the bank. I guess he just saved, and he was looking for investments. He already had single stocks, which we don't recommend, but he had single stocks in retirement already. Already had retirement maxed out. So he was looking for something else to invest in, and so told him about index funds, and so we were talking about the S&P and the Nasdaq. And they don't have 10 years, which is what Dave recommends when looking for mutual funds, at least a 10-year track record. And I didn't want to go to max because, well, I'm going to look at that right now, though. So, but 5 years, Nasdaq is up 213%. And that's your tech stocks, remember? So people love the tech. So, and S&P is only up 123.5%. So that's more. But as far as the max, almost 3,700% for the S&P, and for the Nasdaq, 7,800, over 7,800. So the Nasdaq is, I believe that it tends to be a little bit more volatile, but you can see they probably look about the same. They have the big spike in 2000, and then come down. I don't know if that's people that were selling off because of the year 2000 glitch. You kids might not know what that is today, but a lot of computer programs and even motherboards and such could not handle a 4-year digit date because they didn't think ahead that far. They were like, well, we'll just put, 81, 82, 83, 90, 94, and then somewhere, I think mid 90s, somebody started thinking, oh wait, 2000 is going to come. I can't put 2000 into the date on this computer. And so there were a bunch of fixes and stuff like that. People thought like the banks were gonna shut down and all that because of the software problems, but it turned out to be a big nothing. But anyway, I got off on a tangent, obviously. So you can see, and then about 2010, it just starts coming up and keeps going up and up, and here lately, right here is that where? Now let's see. Yeah, right here is the in February 2020. It reached a high, and then we pandy crashed, 33% down, and then it recovered extremely quickly by May, I think it is, but I can't control it to get in between there. So, but let's see. So that's basically what it looks like. The max is probably going to look the same on the S&P. Let's see. Yeah, basically the same. And so if you look at the 5-year, yeah, pretty much the same, except there's much more steep right here at the on the Nasdaq when you look at the max. All right, just thought I'd talk about that since we talked about it in the Ramsey Show chat, and it is interesting. And of course, he was asking about his $50,000 that was above his emergency fund, and so he's in step 7, and that means you can do whatever you want with it, even invest more. And so he was looking for a different investment. Who we got coming up interesting on the earnings calendar tomorrow? Moderna, that is a pharmaceutical. Square, they receive payments. They're a payment receiver. Let you swipe your cards and stuff. PayPal is on the 8th. Coinbase is on the 9th. Be interesting to see what they do. They that's a crypto marketplace. Most followed on Google today. Let's see who we got leading the way. Tesla again. So that is going to be another new high for Tesla. Amazon at 215. Actually, I think Tesla went down yesterday, I believe. Let's check. 5 days. Yes. But then back up to a new high today. All right. Let's check back in with the chat. The book changed Michael Finn's life as well. Excellent. Says looking at 120 or 170 house, budget, safety, commute, in that order. And she has the top 3 locations. You don't want to be ready to move too early since you're not going to move until February. Oh, Oorah, that's what it is. Oorah, that's right. That's right. And you are welcome for me being American. Absolutely. Sydney not upgrading lifestyle, just stabilizing house costs. Yep, that's Y2K. That's right, AJ. Oh, I should have sang the Weird Al song. All About the Pentiums. I ain't afraid of Y2K. Let's see. Tisa is out. Guess she got something better to do. Michael Finn says Pfizer is also going crazy. And no single stocks from Sid. Of course not. We just look at them because that's what's in your mutual funds. Alrighty. Yeah, I looked at the stocks. Let's look around the world, shall we? Mixed in Europe. Asia is all down. The euro is up on the US dollar. The US dollar is up on the Japanese yen. The British pound is up on the US dollar. The Canadian dollar up on the US dollar. And the Australian dollar is up on the US dollar. Rally hits high on Fed decision, but this risk. All right. They talked me into it. Let's see if we'll be able to read this. But this risk returns, and what's that? The Fed decision to taper bond buys, is that what it is? I think that's what they're talking about. Risk. Let's see. Come on. It looks like the Fed tapering buying. Yeah. All right. And which I had didn't I have a story about that? Yes. From the Wall Street Journal. Fed dials back bond purchases, plots into stimulus by June. And apparently, even though that they made that announcement, the market decided to be up anyway today. So the central bank affirms forecast that factors driving high inflation are expected to be transitory, and transitory is the buzzword. They said it like in their very first statement on this. They used the word transitory, and so it was in all of the statements and so forth. It means temporary. But they were trying to make all of our vocabulary better. I don't think there's much of a story here other than just they're planning to end the stimulus by June. Of course, if things could happen where they could kick it back in if there's problems. But this is what they said. Oh, also, let's look back here at the S&P. What is it? 4660. There was one investing analyst that predicted that it would be at 5,000 by December 31st, and one that predicted that it would be at 4,000. And it looks like it'll be closer to 5,000, but it does. I don't know if it'll get there. I don't know. You're gonna have. I mean, a lot of people are gonna be spending money, but because of supply chain stuff, they may not be able to get everything they want. AJ, not an endorsement, but it's a big but. AJ, friend of mine is up to 15K on 1,300 buying Tiger King coin. Can't make this stuff up. No, you can't. Why would anybody want any of them? Well, Tiger King coin makes money, or perhaps the hype from the show. Yeah, a lot of people want it just for the notoriety, I suppose. Oh, we read that one. This from CNBC. Ford is to impose COVID vaccine mandate on most of its 32,000 salaried workers. Let's see what the key points are. Ford will require U.S. salaried employees to be vaccinated by December 8th or face unpaid leave. The automaker on Tuesday sent out a message to Ford's roughly 32,000 salaried employees about the mandate. So what's this most mean is what I want to know. And let's see. Michael, I don't read most of these ahead of time. Sometimes I skim them, but a lot of them I don't read at all. So I just look through for the interesting stuff. Ford will consider religious and medical exemptions for employees who can't get the vaccines. They'll consider them. Unpaid leave of job protection for up to 30 days, the company said in an emailed statement. It was immediately unclear what happens after those 30 days, right? So those are probably the only... Oh, the United Auto Workers. union. Not included. Ford's mandate at this time does not include factory workers, parts depots, and its Ford Credit financial arm. Oh, good. The company is analyzing federal and collective bargaining requirements for those workers, according to Brantley, who I'm assuming is their Brantley. He is Oh, she, I beg your pardon, according to company spokeswoman Monique Brantley. All right, well, that's interesting on that. Michael does not like Ford. All right, this from The Verge. Facebook skirts Apple's App Store fees with custom subscription links for creators. The change is specifically about circumventing Apple's 30% tax, according to Zuckerberg. All right. And that is, Facebook has found a way to skirt its Apple's 30% tax on in-app transactions. And yeah, that's if you just put a custom subscription link in there, you're out of that app, and so you're not liable to Apple, I guess. As we build for the metaverse, we're focused on unlocking opportunities for creators to make money from their work. That's fine. I'm fine with that part. The 30% fees that Apple takes on transactions make it harder to do that, so we're updating our subscription product so now creators can earn more. We looked at that one already. This from NBC Select. Also CNBC.com. Select is one of their sections on that website. Here's how much money 35-year-olds should invest each month to become a millionaire. And I often like to look at stories like these to see how they either jive or don't jive with Dave Ramsey's advice. And a lot of times you'll see, like the last one I read, it's had 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. Right there in the on the website there, and that's the exact same thing. So let's see. According to financial advisor Brian Stivers, you must consider 3 important investing factors. All right, that's not how much money, but okay, maybe it'll make sense. Investing is one of the most important ways to grow your money over time, and it's become more accessible to Americans thanks to apps like Acorns, Webull, Wealthfront, and more. Many people dream of one day having $1 million in their bank account, but how much do you actually need to invest to become a millionaire? According to Brian Stivers, these are the 3 most important elements for investing: the amount you contribute each month, the rate of return, also known as ROR, and how long you have to reach your goal. With this in mind, you can actually invest enough money to earn yourself $1 million. If you're 25 years old and want to reach $1 million by the time you're 65, you can invest as little as $240 per month, assuming a 9% yearly return. But if you wait just 10 years to start investing at age 35, you'll have to put in a lot more money each month. Yes, you will. The earlier you start, the better. But that's not an excuse to skip ahead in the baby steps. You do not do that. When crunching the numbers, Stivers accounted for 3 different return rates: 3%, a conservative portfolio of mostly bonds, Dave Ramsey does not recommend; 6%, a combination of stocks and bonds, Dave Ramsey does not recommend either of those, not single stocks, and not bonds or commodities or anything, just mutual funds, and real estate is the only thing. Real estate paid for completely in cash. No debt leveraging at all. 9% portfolio that's stock heavy or contains index or mutual funds yielding around 9% on average. And the S&P has averaged 10 to 12%. And actually, that might be up as of the past year. That might even be up a little bit. And he used a retirement age of 65, which would give 35-year-olds 30 years to save. Here's how much 35-year-olds would need to invest each month to become a millionaire. If making investments that yield a 1750 per month, 1050 per month, but that's why we don't bother with those. But if they choose investments that yield 9, which again is closer to Ramsey's advice that he gives, which the S&P is 10 to 12%. It's comparatively more aggressive, and you would need to invest $590 per month for 30 years to reach $1 million. So you definitely want to get your crap together by age 35 so you can start investing at that time if you haven't already. Michael Finn's an Apple fan. What is the metaverse? Is that what it's called? They changed their name from Facebook to Meta, partly I think to get away from the controversy about them having research that said that Instagram was bad for teenage girls, particularly, and basically they didn't do anything about it. Somebody leaked the internal documents on that. Let's see, but they changed it because the idea is the future. Don't know what they. I think it's more like a name change, but they're gonna be branching out into more stuff other than just Facebook and Instagram. They're gonna be doing like all kinds of other stuff. I don't know if they're gonna do like a network or something like that. I don't know what they're gonna do. They haven't announced like specifics like that yet. And I mean, they may have been thinking about it a while, and they just decided to go ahead and do that now, so it takes away from the bad publicity that they've gotten. And that is a spam caller. Just let that ring. Let's see. Well, I see if there was anything else we need. So that was a 35-year-old needs $590 a month for 30 years to reach $1 million at 9% yearly return. So if you've taken Financial Peace University, you probably remember the story of the two friends. The first friend starts investing 10 years earlier and then stops after 10 years. And the second friend invests the same amount continuously starting, but 10 years later. And he never catches up to the first person, even though the first person stopped investing after 10 years. So definitely earliest is better, unless you have debt. If you got to get that cleaned up and have full emergency fund before investing. Let's see. Keep in mind that when investing in stocks, you shouldn't be throwing your money at random individual stocks. That's true. According to Investopedia, the S&P 500 has historically returned an average of 10 to 11% annually. So you might expect a fund tracking this index to produce similar returns. Note that past returns do not indicate future success, and that's always the same, but that's the average annually over its life. And that is many years. I don't know when the S&P was started off the top of my head. And these are ads. Bottom line, investing can be a very impactful way to grow your money. Keep in mind the factors play a role in how much wealth you build, rate of return, how much you invest each month, and of course time. Okay, Okay. All right. So I meant to say this the other day when I learned it. The new segment, What Steve Learned Today. But I learned this last week sometime, and I forgot because I saw this in a story or somebody said something about 3M. And so I looked it up to see what it stood for. And 3M is originally incorporated as the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company. And I did not know they were based in Minnesota. So yeah, 3M is the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do what Steve learned today instead of the Ohio fact of the day. Unless I find, maybe I'll alternate them when I find Ohio facts, but I was running off of those. I mean, running out of those. Oh, let's see. Upcoming streams. Oh, so last night at the last minute, right before I was getting ready to watch the 3-hour bonanza of basically a pre-show recap thing, and then the 2-hour premiere of The Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel, I thought, oh, I should do a live chat along since I'm watching anyway. And a couple people showed up during it and talked for a little bit. But of course, I didn't have all my Ramsey peeps in there because I didn't know I was going to do it ahead of time. I decided 5 minutes before the fact to do that. So I did that. But upcoming streams, like I was saying, this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, is 6 p.m. Eastern weeknights, Monday through Friday, even when the Ramsey Show is a replay, like it was today, and like it probably will be the rest of this week, since Dave and all the hosts are in, except maybe Rachel. I don't know if Rachel's there. Are in Florida for the Entree Leadership Conference. On Mondays at 8 p.m., I do either Ramsey Coach, I alternate Ramsey Coach, and Tech Support. And on both of those streams, I go into the affiliated subreddit. So either r/technical support or r/Dave Ramsey, which is not run by Ramsey Solutions, just fans. And so they do allow, as long as people are civil, they do allow people to disagree with Dave, even Bad Dog Dave, about how he runs the company, about anything you can imagine is on there. But I try to stick to the positive stuff, and of course mostly answer questions that are on there. And then most of the time I check to see what other comments are on, or answering the question. But I of course give the Ramsey Coach advice as per the show name. I am taking other names for the name of that show, though. It's not called Ramsey Coach or Ramsey Coach Support, since the other show just like it was called Tech Support. And let's see, do some video gaming on Wednesdays. Oh, that's tonight. Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I do Old Man Video Gaming Series, and right now I'm playing Lost in Random, PC Building Simulator, and Dark, which Dark you can still get for free from epicgames.com. You can go to the store and you can get a free Epic Games account. It's just like Steam, basically, just that same deal. You just get the free account, and then you have to buy any games on there, but they always have a free game. So I'm not on the weekends with the Ramsey Show, but I do other streams on that as well. Mostly video games. Like I said, Wednesdays and Saturday nights, video gaming, and Sundays is when my daughter is available most of the time, and we do father-daughter video gaming, and we did a 13 stream series for the full playthrough of a game called It Takes Two, a wonderful co-op game. And right now we're playing Trine. And I have not heard from her whether she's available this Sunday or not. If she's not, I may or may not do another stream by myself of some type. Maybe usually video gaming, but it could be anything. In my music playlist, there is a different version, like a pre-recorded kind of version. It's not as good as I just sang it today. Because I've gotten much better at singing it and with the timing and so forth, because the lyrics don't quite fit with the original song. But the Baby Steps, Dave Ramsey Baby Steps song, temporary lyric video, I'm gonna record it very nicely one day and make a better lyric video. Same thing with the John Deloney song. That's in there as well, and I also sing that on days John Deloney is the co-host. And this is me reacting to John Deloney, reacting to me doing the John Deloney song. And those are in my music playlist. Alrighty. Once again, Coach Steve Money. And you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment by going to ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of this YouTube chat. It's also right here on the banner. And donations, it's right down there on my webcam frame. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. Instagram and Twitter are Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And you can email me. I'd love to hear from you about anything. If you have a question to be answered on this show, if it's anything about anything that's on my YouTube channel, anything. If you're a history nerd, like I was looking for last night with the Curse of Oak Island, trying to get with other history nerds and see what they think about stuff. And I won't be doing that again because I won't have it live. I got a free trial of Philo. .tv and already canceled it, so I won't be doing that every week, and I'll be watching Curse of Oak Island the next morning. Yeah, but if you have any thing that's on your mind, if you have any question about financial coaching, about the scheduling, about like a specific money question, or like I said, anything about any of my streams, any tech support stuff, any Ramsey stuff, would love to hear from you. Michael just copied the link and sent it to a brother. He's also a Ramsey fan along with your sister. All right, that's great, Michael. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. I'll ask the nephew to sing the song. If you like it, you can use it perhaps. Yeah, oh, is he a good singer? Yeah, I've asked people. I put out the call. I said, if I'm sure there's plenty of better singers out there. Haven't heard a volunteer yet. I thought, well, you can send me. We can either do it live. I can get you on the Discord or Google Meets or whatever, and you can sing it live, or you can pre-record it and send it in, and I'll run it instead of me singing it sometimes. And if you could sing the Baby Step song, or even the John Deloney song, if you can give it a better go than me, yeah, you're welcome to go ahead and try, and I appreciate that. Oh, he is a singer. Okay, great. I'm sure he would do great then. Absolutely. Alrighty. So I think that's gonna be it for me. You got 19 years old and love to sing. That's excellent. That's excellent. Make sure you Ramsey him up if he's not. Make sure you get it there so he can start investing at 25 instead of 35. Alrighty, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, and for every day, make smart financial decisions every day. Thanks, guys. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Good night.